You know what's hot right now? Travel. That's right, travel, and you knew it. So let's look at a travel stock that's like rocking and rolling. Did I just say rocking and rolling? Let's look at it. Rocking and rolling. Anyway, here we go. All right, so I'm looking at Expedia. And I'm looking at a daily chart. Like I say, if you follow me, I rarely look at daily charts, but I think I want to look at it for this occasion right here, because I want to point to this big gap right here, and you guys probably know what this gap is, and it's probably not gonna fill because it's like pandemic gap. Anyway, this was when the what is it? What's the vaccine? When the vaccine came out, and it was like, oh my God, we got a vaccine, and boom, right? All these travel stocks pop, and this thing just started running. So if we kind of go like that. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with my trend lines? We just draw a trend line like that. We can see what's happening, right? From that low to this low, it undercut a little bit to this low. But what happened every time that it did hit the trend line? We had a nice little bounce, right? So I think we might be able to anticipate a bounce right here. All right, so now let's go to the weekly. All right, looking at the weekly chart, you can see that line. You could see the resistance line that broke through now, which will become support. So if this were to break right here, we're going down to 140 most likely, and then we can continue. Now let's go to the monthly chart and actually see what's happening. And if I could actually extend that support, which was resistance, you can see how this thing is basically just now starting to get going, right? So I want to look at the weekly one more time and clear all of these drawings out and just look what's happening here. Unlike Apple, right? It's just a perfect staircase, man. Look at the gap. I worry about that gap fill, but this thing doesn't want to fill gaps, and that was the pandemic. The vaccine, right? Look at that run right there, right? Coming back. What's next? Well, probably right there is the next move. This thing has been tracking perfectly since the pandemic low. One more thing to the monthly, and we're just going to kind of examine this chart, right? We're just going to look at it, all right? We're just going to look at, sometimes you need just to look at the chart and come up with your thesis. All right, so Expedia has been having some nasty downturns throughout. I mean, I'm going back since 2015. Here's the big one, along with every other stock in the stock universe. And then all of a sudden, you don't see that no more. It's gone, right? No more downside volatility. Right? We got one red bar, green, one green, one green, one. Maybe it's going to be green. I'm not necessarily saying that. If I shrink it down here, it won't be so steep. But what I'm saying is these vicious downturns almost seem to be ending or over. And under the circumstances with the pandemic and everybody wanting to travel again, I know I do, and I don't even go nowhere. I'm just ready to go. And I think so is everybody else's. I think it's just the perfect opportunity. I mean, it just sets these guys up for a long time. This is just my personal opinion. People discovering these Expedias and the Travelocities and the bookings and all of that, right? Just wanting to do their own travel, really get going. Basically, where we just learn about the services that these guys have to offer. That's a better way to put it. Look at your moving average, kind of flattens out here. Big crossover. I love steep crossovers. And then it looks like it's possibly this thing could be, get the right line out and off to the races. Not necessarily saying it's going to stay that steep. Maybe it starts to go like that. But I think that's what Expedia can do. All right, that was just a simple analysis of looking at Expedia. Most of my analysis are kind of simple, right? I just keep it simple. Just look at the charts and you can say, oh my gosh, I think this is going to happen. What's happened in the past, we use that to kind of formulate what's going to happen in the future. I say that all the time. So that's Expedia. Let me know if you like that. And you could do that by hitting the thumbs up, subscribe. You know the deal. You know the deal. And this sector is hot, right? This is the place you still want to be. These reopening stocks, the travel stocks, and everything that was just closed like forever, right? And you can see like Apple. I just did that video going down. They had their moment. Amazon had their moment. I'm not saying they're going down, but they had their moment. So you had the stocks that had their moment kind of not in the limelight anymore. And the stocks that didn't have the moment, well, now is their moment. So this is one of those stocks where it's their moment. So keep an eye on Expedia and all the travel stocks. And let me know what you think. Once again, thanks for watching, y'all. This is Dre Trades. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. And I'm right here on YouTube. This is Dre Trades 2 on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Peace.